Kink in the Flowerbed, words by Mia Lowe. Carlton Gardens has a natural aromatherapy den, a giant tree, canopy falling to the ground and surrounded by jasmine. Running early one day, I lay down in this cathedral and melted. If you're in the gardens, you must find it. It will deepen what you're about to read. It's one thing to smell jasmine in perfumes, mixed and refined, but jasmine is of the earth. Its allure comes from something much deeper within us than from a cold glass perfume bottle. And lying on warm grass, enveloped by velvety jasmine scent, while bugs bite you, is the full Monty. Don't be deceived by jasmine's demure little white flower. Hiding in those fragile petals is a smutty, complex scent with quite the history. Discovered in ancient India, jasmine has travelled through ancient Egypt, along the Silk Road, and into the modern West, accumulating a reputation for elegance and seduction. But what really sets us off about jasmine is not its delicate sweetness, it's the indole. Indole is a chemical composition that is found in plants, humans, and bacteria. It smells like rotting bodies, fecal matter, our sweaty groins, overripe rotting fruit, and cruciferous vegetables. This smell adds the nasty note that makes jasmine more than a sweet, pretty fragrance. In small doses, we go crazy for this gross smell. Why, you might reasonably ask? Well, we're animals in a sanitized world. Our theory goes that this animalistic note cuts through our intellectual sophistication into our deeper, beastie essence, satisfying something sorely missing from our refined lives. The missing piece is something about the sexual life of our planet, about feces and fertilizer, death and decomposition, sexuality and the Earth's reproductive cycle. Perhaps it's the conveniently beyond words element of being human. Either way, it's fascinating and we humans love it. Have you ever been told to look at an emotion wheel by your psyche? Naming emotions supposedly rids them of their power. Something known and quantifiable is much less scary than a mysterious force controlling us. But as we know, smells are impossible to pin down with words. Even a smell chart can't steal their mystery. No one worked this invisible power with such strategic acumen as Queen Cleo. Bathing in jasmine oil, milk, honey, and rose petals, Cleopatra used scent to forge her mystical authority. It was said that the scent of jasmine would linger on her skin long after she left the bath, enveloping her in an invisible aura. The fragrance of jasmine became a silent language, communicating her intentions, her allure, and her power. By surrounding herself with the fragrance of jasmine, she reinforced her image as a living goddess. Never was jasmine put to better use than when Cleo met Mark Antony. Wafting the scent of perfume ahead of her gilded barge, the shores of the Nile were filled with sweet jasmine long before she sailed into sight. It is said Mark Antony fell in love before setting eyes on the Queen. It's quite fitting Cleo used jasmine as her siren song, because amongst other functions, indole is an attractor and seducer, calling in insects for pollination. This makes sense, since flowers are the reproductive organs of plants. It's amusing that we display flowers on our kitchen benchtop, while we carry so much shame about our own nether regions and private parts. It makes you wonder how divorced we've become from our sexuality, fertility, and reproduction. Because we too produce indole. It comes out our breath and lower orifice, and boy do we wash that off quickly. Replaced by a waft of jasmine perfume on our wrists and neck, as though we're surrogating the loss of our own sexuality with the safer sensuality of plants. Indeed, we have entire industries dedicated to replacing our natural odours for synthetic, more pleasant ones. Mint breath, lynx Africa armpits, and vulva washes. But the fact that we love indole still stands, and what does that say?